guys. So day one in the arena, and we're just getting used to me, who I'll probably call Mummy from now on, having treats in her pocket and not mugging me. So he desperately wants to mug me for all the treats, and what he's just learning now is that if he does this, he's getting nothing, not until he takes his attention and pulls his head away from me. Oh, battery's running out. Oh, that's a shame. See all this. So hopefully he's just getting to the point where that is where he's going to get his reward. And sooner or later he'll learn that the sweets are not there when he commands. The sweets are there when he gets away from me and out of my space. I haven't had to tell him off. I've had to push him slightly. Lovely. And what I'm trying to do is just feed the nut before I put the camera on as far away from my body as possible, so he doesn't actually associate my body and being with the nuts. This is getting a little bit bolshy, but we'll just leave him to it. He's just getting a bit confused now because I've taken the focus off of him and onto the camera. He likes the sweets, which is brilliant, and I feed it well away from my person. So I'm just going to walk him around on the lunge for the first time in this arena and see how we get on. All right, lad? So yeah, I'm all right. Very good day today then. So really nice little introduction there. I don't know how much of that you could actually see. I was staying on his left hand side as much as possible, but obviously what we've noticed is that he wants to follow. He's obviously not that confident in himself and he'd prefer to follow me, which in a way can be a lot better than him pulling ahead of me and me having to struggle to calm him down. Obviously we know he's been in an arena before, we even know he's done a bit of jumping, but then on the other hand I've also seen this horse go from a walk to a gallop in the matter of a stride. So, you know, obviously being very careful. I do wonder if it's the first time he's had a cavesson on the top of his nose, because it just keeps making him kind of jump every now and again, but that's absolutely fine. I'm feeling very excited about this horse, and I would really like to put him out on the lunge, have him trotting, desperate to see him move and all that kind of stuff. But literally today I'm just going to walk around, let him have some fun with the treats, things like that. He thinks he's going to get a smack or a slap, and I'm desperate to see that slowly diminish. I don't want those kind of reactions. It's just not worth it. Here he's just mouthing me, very baby like, kind of wanting the treats, but you know, if he wants to play with his lip until he's more settled and calm, that's absolutely fine. So again, I'll just wait here until he's finished trying to mug me. This is very gentle with it. I'm actually going to give him a lot of treats there. Good boy. Good boy. Because that was really nice. Now, I don't know if the camera might run out of battery, but I'm just going to go around and do a bigger circle. And I might even take myself onto his right-hand side. I'm certainly not as strong when I'm on the right-hand side, so I feel a little bit of a weakness. So if he is going to take off, the right-hand side will probably be the side that he does it, because he'll know that. But we'll just see where we go with it. So, just as I often find, battery's got to notify me again, leading the horse from the right hand side does cause a little bit more of careful consideration. This horse isn't used to being left on the right hand side. Pretty normal for an Irish horse to come over. Irish horses often, especially when they're young, haven't learnt to trot with the person in hand, and you take yourself to the right hand side, they just don't know how to lead. So he's kind of gone, what? You're on that side? But he's tried to do all he can for now. Now, because he's been so great, I am actually going to pop him onto the left circle, and I'm just going to see if he'll get away out from me on the lunge. I'm not going to get the whip out today. I'm just going to see how far away he'll get away from me out on the lunge. And so we all know that he's done this before. I haven't seen him do it before, and that's the reason why I'm doing it. So when we restart a horse, not only are we kind of breaking the horse, we are also going back to absolute ground zero to unravel all the learnt behaviours. So we'll see where we go. I'm going to go back to his happy side. So just to feed back just quickly, because I'm very aware that my battery might run out. As you can see, the horse is happy walking with a distance, a good 1.5 metre distance away from each other. He will much prefer to follow like a little lap dog. So I'm sure if I was to put him right out on the circle, stand in the middle, push him round with the lunge whip, he would be right out on the circle. But I'm just going to slowly, over the next couple of days, spend time on him walking beside me so I can be at his shoulder on both sides. And then I'm going to work on him being a good 1.5 metre or so away from my body, not lunging with him, walking round exactly as we have walked round, but with that distance between us, so that I could walk with him round on the circle. I can start to face his flanks and his belly and direct him with my body, but really not bad. And I'm really happy to be able to take the horse today as if he has actually just never ever been touched. He's not leading correctly, he's certainly not leading correctly on the right hand side, and he doesn't know how to walk around on a circle being detached from me. He'll just follow me like a lapdog. So in actual fact, the beginnings actually of something quite nice. Did see a little bit of a startle where he went to take off a little bit here at the gate, just a tiny slither of something. And I think that by being able to do these kind of lunging techniques, when it becomes a technique rather than just playing like today, that he will be able to gain in his own confidence. So I think there he kind of thought, oh shit, and actually chose, I don't need to run away from anything. But what a lovely calm day to be able to do something like this, you know. And even just making him stand here like this and doing this kind of thing is great. So I'm just going to walk around the whole arena and probably switch sides as I go, and then after that I'm going to call it a day. I'll just leave the recorder running until I run out of battery. Good boy. Can I go that side? What? Good lad. So I'm just letting him find his confidence where he's happy, which is obviously just slightly behind me. I'm hoping, say, over the next day or so, he's going to be walking beside me and walking out, and I can be next to him. But you know, every day when you get a new horse in, he only arrived yesterday. I didn't actually think I'd be doing this already today. From what I'd heard, it's like unwrapping a new layer every day, you know. It's like a new glossy, big, shiniest present, you know, the best Christmas present you could ever get. And you just unravel each layer a day at a time. And it's a bit like when you're playing Pass the Parcel or musical parcels, as my good friend Selena would say. You know, it's like wanting to unwrap that next layer a little bit quicker. And it's always when you go a little bit quicker because you're excited that these very, very early stages with meeting and unravelling a new horse are so crucial to be able to take our time. I'm desperate to get him out on the lunge and see him move. But I'm just going to walk around one more time and then we're going to call it a day. Good lad. You wanted to talk to the camera. I don't know if you managed to see any of that. I'm just getting him to stop invading my space, so that he tries to keep that distance and that respect to me for my personal space. I respect his personal space. He should really be respecting mine a little bit better. So nice to see him do the command of the rein back and then stand away from me to get his treat. I don't know if you could actually see what we were doing there, but well worth doing. Yeah, big praise once he's finished, not just with the treats obviously, but with you know, pats, fusses. And of course the session hasn't finished yet. The session doesn't finish until we get him back out into the field and with all the tag off.